Hey, if you're looking for more traffic to your website, but you're sick and tired of AdWords, SEO and all this sort of stuff, you just want something that really works. Have you ever thought of utilizing the media? Now that might sound expensive, but it's a lot less than what you think if you do it the right way. If you'd like to know a little bit more, stay tuned. G'day, once Mark Anthony here, and I'm going to expose a little bit of the media today for you, just to let you know how this thing actually works and what we're doing. So the problem with media, going on TV and press and in the newspapers and journalistic that and interviews this, it gets very expensive. However, we've got a way that we utilize through the media where we can actually get media releases listed, and there's three things that come with that. Number one is, and most important, we're getting a lot more traffic to your website. The way it works is like this in threefold. Number one is, if you're ever trying to get SEO rankings on Google, this is a perfect way to do that. As a matter of fact, it's coming from the most trusted sites on Google that Google loves the most, which is brand names and media. So what happens is they reward you by ranking you higher for a multitude of keywords when you do it the right way. So number one is it will rank your website higher in Google. Number two is the media releases themselves start ranking from time to time on Google as well. Now there's two things with that. Number one, because it's through the media and it's not you blatantly advertising, people trust it a whole lot more. Imagine that. People trusting you before they even speak to you. Now there's another thing that we add on here is we utilize videos. We create videos for you and we enter these into the media releases, and guess what happens with some of these? Some of these also start ranking on Google and YouTube and things like that. So you're bringing in traffic from all sources. But here's the kicker. Because it's coming from the media, it's a media release, people tend to trust that a lot more than they trust you and I when, you might just be looking at me in a video here. But because it's done through the media, what happens is people tend to trust it a whole lot more. So when they eventually come to your website, they're more in a frame of mind of buying than what they would be if they just found you straight from Google. So I hope that makes sense. Now here's something we do that's very, very different to anyone else in what we do is we guarantee our work, and we guarantee it in writing. So we have a very special certificate of guarantee. If we don't deliver on our promise to you after just 3 months, we will work 100% for free until we do deliver on our promise. Now, our promise will be slightly different from client to client, so whatever that you guys and we agree on is exactly what we will stand to. We'll put it in our agreement together, and there's no small print to read and there's no contracts to sign on our guarantee. So what this is media and press exposure that brings you in massive traffic, and at the same time helps you rank a whole lot better in Google, not just your website, but also the press and media releases and the videos and everything else. That's why the massive traffic comes into play. Now, the best part is it brings in that trusted audience, the more trusted audience. And can you imagine if somebody comes to you and they already know who you are and about you before they've even dealt with you or even picked up the phone to call you? What difference is that going to make when they finally reach out and touch base with you? So if this is all making a little bit more sense, and you'd like to explore and understand a little bit more about how this works, here's what I'd like you to do. Pick up the phone, give us a call on 1300 884 571, or you can fill in one of our forms on our website somewhere. If you scroll around, you'll find one somewhere. And either myself or one of our team members will be in touch with you shortly, and we'll look forward to just going through a few more details of what's involved and then leave you to have a think about whether it's right for you. Hope that makes sense. So that's all for now. It's Mark Anthony here signing off, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Cheers.